Jeries Cantolini, is a shop owner and a tour guide in Bethlehem, and he told me about the Church of the Nativity, the traditional site for where Jesus was born.
Now, Bethlehem is a very important town. I'm happy to be living in Bethlehem here as one of the Christian family, And it's very important for us because this is the most important place in the Holy Land, because this is the birthplace where Jesus was born. So it's to me as a special place, And, it carries a very, very special meaning. And most of the people from all over the world, every day they come here to visit. And, we are happy here. And most of the people, they live in friendly, they are very happy.
Is there a special feeling at Christmas time when tourists come here? What's it like when Christmas happens here?
Yeah, here, when people, they come here on Christmas, we feel like, we share together the birth of Jesus, And it's a very nice occasion that you can see people from all over the world. And they come to visit the Church of the Nativity. And, people here, they come looking for, let's talk about forgiveness and ask for peace in all over the world, because now the whole world, what we miss peace. So we need a peaceful life everywhere.
Now, the Nativity Church is close by, where Jesus was born. Is this the actual place?
This is for me as a Christian, this is the exact place where Jesus was born. It was built, the church, in 326 by Helena, the mother of Constantine. Why she built the church? She decided to build the church because she found the place where Jesus was born. And because of that, she decided to build the church over the Holy Cave. She found the place, and the church was built 326 AD. After that, there was a Samaritan revolt in the year 529 AD. Unfortunately, the church was burned with fire. And after that, it was rebuilt again between 531 to 539 by Justinian. Who was Justinian? Justinian, he was the grandson of the Queen Helena. So now the whole church you see today is from 531 to 539, around 1,500 years old. It's the most important place because this is the birthplace where Jesus was born, and at the same time the oldest church in the Holy Land. Okay? Now, why we mention and we say that this is the oldest church? Because in the year 614 AD there was a Persian invasion. Persians destroyed at that time all the churches in the Holy Land, and they burned a lot of monasteries and all this stuff. So the only church which was not destroyed is the Nativity Church. For that reason we tell people and we say that this is the oldest church in the Holy Land. The reason, it's very simple. One of the first fathers, he mentioned the story why the Persians did not destroy it. Long time ago there was a piece of mosaic in front of the church at the facade. And when they saw that piece, it was, represented the three wise men, the kings. They came from the east. So one of them, he was from Persia, one from India, and one from Arabia. And they were Persian people. When they saw the Persian guy, and he was in the traditional clothes of the Persian, so they thought that this is something holy for them, and they said, don't touch it, just leave it. So that piece of mosaic saved the church from destruction. Okay. Now the church has three churches in one. Main part belongs to the Greek Orthodox, another part belongs to the Armenian, and then we have the Roman Catholic Church. And this is the only church which celebrates 3 times Christmas because of different calendar. So 24th December we have the Christmas for Catholic, 7th of January for Greek Orthodox, and 18th of January for Armenian. And we have many things inside the church. You can see the original floor, the mosaic. It was made by Helena, 326. And then you find the pillars inside the church. These are red limestone from Bethlehem, 6 meters, one piece of stone. Then you find a lot of mosaic on the wall. That mosaic was made by the Crusaders, 12th century. When they came to the Holy Land, they made the mosaic. These represented holy things from Old Testament and New Testament. Okay? And then the most important part inside the church is the birthplace, which is the holy cave, the grotto. So that's where you see a star. The star, this is, mark the exact spot where Jesus was born. And the star has 14 points. These represent the 14 generations of Jesus Christ. From Abraham to David, then from David to the Babylonian captivity, and after that from Babylonian captivity to Jesus Christ. And another thing for us as Christians, we believe the 14 these points represent the 14 stations of the cross. Jesus carrying the cross in the old city. We call them the Via Dolorosa. Okay? And it has scripture written down in Latin, Hic de Virgin Maria Jesus Christus natus est, which means here Jesus was born to the Virgin Mary. Opposite to the star, we can see a manger. That's the holy manger where the Virgin Mary laid the baby Jesus. After she gave birth to Jesus, she wrapped him in swaddling clothes and she laid him in a manger. And opposite of the manger we see a holy altar. This belongs to the three wise men, where the three kings put their presents, the myrrh and the gold and the incense. Okay.
Now, in one area of the church, there's a lot of human bones.
Yeah.
Why are they there? Where are they from?
In fact, these bones and skulls belong to the holy innocent children and the families. We consider them like Christians martyrs, were killed by Herod the Great long time ago. We are talking about 2,000 years ago. Now, when Jesus was born here, we remember the story. The Holy Family came from Nazareth to Bethlehem for the registration, and they knocked many doors. They found no help, no one opened for them because there was no room. Okay. After that, they found the Holy Cave. That used to be this place, the whole church, the cave and the church. It used to be a stable for animals, where people raised the animals. Now, what's happened? When the Holy Family came to Bethlehem, they found no place. The Virgin Mary was pregnant. When the hour came, she went down into the cave and she gave birth to Jesus. After that, Helena came, she found a place, she decided to build the church over the Holy Cave. Now, at that time, we remember the story. Herod the Great wanted to kill the baby Jesus, and he didn't know which one was Jesus. So what's happened? He gave an order to kill all baby boys, only boys, no girls, 2 years and under, and with the mothers and pregnant women. So one of the first writers, he mentioned, at that time around 1,400 baby boys with mothers and pregnant women were killed by Herod and his soldiers. Now those people, those bones, those bodies were buried in the whole surrounding area. Now what's happened? When Helena, the mother of Constantine, she decided to build a church over the Holy Cave where Jesus was born. At that moment she ordered to bring all these bones and to collect them and to bring them beside the birthplace. For that reason you find them in that cave, and we call it a Holy Innocent Cave. Okay? So those belong to the Holy Innocent children were killed by Herod the Great.
Now, I understand Jerome came and translated the Bible here. Is that true?
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the Catholic Church. Now, Jerome, first of all, he lived in Italy. Now, what's happened? He started his work in Italy to translate the Bible. And after that, he was sent to Bethlehem, and he came to here in the year 384 AD. And he came just to continue his work. Okay? His work was to translate the Bible, and he chose that cave. He lived inside the monastery, underground, with the three assistants. There were Saint Eusebius and two Roman ladies, the mother Paula and her daughter Stochium. So they came here and they lived in those caves for 30 years, translated the Bible, the Old Testament from Hebrew into Latin, and the New Testament from Greek into Latin, which these days we call it the Latin Vulgate or the Latin Vulgata. So it's a very important thing. And this is a very special place for the Catholic and for all Christians. Why? Because we believe from that spot the Bible was spread to the whole world. People started to read and to learn and to know more about the life of Jesus, to understand more about Christianity, and that's helped many people to believe in Jesus and to become Christians, because they translated the Bible into a different language. And at that part also we can see the cave of Saint Joseph. We call it Saint Joseph Chapel. Also, it's a very important place. This place goes back to the first centuries. It's very important. Why? Because for us as Christians, according to the Bible and according to the Christian tradition, we believe that that spot is the place where Saint Joseph used to sleep. At the same time, we believe this is the place where the angel appeared to Saint Joseph and told him you should take the baby and the Virgin Mary and go to Egypt. Why? Because Herod wanted to kill the baby Jesus. So for us, we believe that from that spot, the Holy Family started the flight into Egypt. So it's very important. And over the Holy Caves and the Augustinian Monastery, we call it, it was built the Church of St. Catherine, which belongs to the Catholic. It was built in the year 1881, and St. Catherine Church is very important. Why? Because we consider that church the most famous church here, because this church is the place where people from all over the world, they come and they celebrate the Christmas Mass on 24th December. And from that spot, they televise the Mass to the whole world on television. Okay? And that's also the place where the Pope, he had Mass in the year 2000. President Clinton, Chairman Arafat, and all those famous people, they had Masses in St. Catherine Church.